Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our channel.
Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to another... What was that?
I quite like that intro.
Guys, my wife is wearing glasses.
Yes. So, fun fact.
And suddenly her diction.
So, guys, fun fact. Babe, fun fact. I said it make me nice, ne, guys. Some of us were not blessed with 20/20 vision. I've been wearing glasses since I was in standard 3, which is now grade 5. So you don't see me with my glasses on this platform or anywhere else really for that matter, because I've been wearing contact lenses for the past 15 years. So let's get into this one.
Welcome to another installment of Life is But a Dream with the Makhs. My name is Lerato Makhs. The ever so beautiful. Come on. Listen, guys, today we're going to talk about incubating. Is it important to incubate? Sometimes we agree on this as couples. Sometimes we don't agree with it. We don't agree on it as couples. There are a couple of sayings out there, right? Some people say... I
just did that thing.
Some people... yeah. There are a couple of sayings out there. Some people say, don't share your big ideas with small-minded people. As black people, you know, there's like a stigma. It's like, no. Don't share... Like, oh, Lord, don't share things. Just where does that really come from? You know, is it relevant? Is it really important in your relationship? How important? You know, it's more important to some people than others. You know what I mean? And we just want to talk about it, talk about our views.
Let's get into this one.
Okay, I was about to ask, but all right.
It was the summer of 2008. She said, a booty couple at a time like a date. Now raise it last 10 years of matrimonial cake. We celebrate. Now we're stronger together, never better. Go-getters, trendsetters, Black Panthers, the anthem. We the Makhs and we only getting better, ayy.
Life is but a dream.
So, family, we've been getting a lot of requests from, not really requests, but we do get a lot of DMs and emails from people asking us for marriage advice. You know, we have to put a disclaimer that we're not marriage counselors, as much as we oh really? One day
in Ghana.
Okay, I didn't know that's where we're headed.
Guys, we spoke about this, but it's fun.
Incubating. So anyway, so we're not marriage counselors, but our folks are.
Yep.
So if you are interested, and we always respond to people say, you know, this is our view on this issue, but we would advise you to seek marriage counseling, because we are huge advocates of counseling.
Yeah.
Please do contact our folks on houseofmuse@gmail.com. They have been offering marriage counseling sessions for the past, I don't know, however many years. They've really helped a lot of couples navigate through their marital challenges, and they do offer Zoom sessions. So please send your inquiry. You'll get all your rates from that email address.
That's the Makhs Seniors, by the way.
That's the Makhs Seniors. That's Ntate Jerry Mofokeng Wamakhetha. Okay, Ntate Dr. Jerry Mofokeng Wamakhetha and Mme Claudine Mofokeng Wamakhetha.
Good. Young tongue twister. All right, should I go?
Yeah, baby, go. Let's get into this incubation topic. So Lerato came up with this topic about incubation.
Yeah.
Because he is a big believer of incubating. No?
Big? No. I think you're making a big deal out of it. No, I just believe that there's a time for everything.
Yeah.
I believe in... I think I believe in the beauty of having our thing. Like I like inside jokes. Like that's kind of my personality.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I like being able to like look at my wife like from across the room, you know, and we just look at each other and like we know what's up, and we're like, aye, for sure. Or you saw what I saw? Yeah, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same with incubating. I think especially when you come into a relationship, into a lifelong relationship, like a life partner relationship. I think there's something so precious just about being able to lean on each other, you know, to protect each other's dreams, to grow each other's dreams, to be praying for each other, to not expose yourself to conspiracies. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like some things are very unnecessary, especially being black people.
Yeah.
That it's very important to make sure that you surround yourself with people that you can trust. And who can you trust more than your partner? I certainly hope that you can't trust anybody than your partner, you know?
Yeah.
And so incubating, I would say is important to me. You know what I mean?
So did we explain what incubating is? Because some people might be like,
You can explain
what
that.
is incubation?
Yeah.
What does that mean? But I think you have alluded to sort of gives an idea of what incubation is. So if you think, I mean, I don't have the dictionary meaning, but if you think about a baby being kept, you know, a lot of premature babies being kept in an incubator, because some of their body parts haven't developed, you know, especially the lungs, you know, being the most important usually, not most important, but the last to develop in a baby. So they would put a baby in an incubator, it's warm in there, is there oxygen? I think
the purpose is for the child to develop.
Yes. And when the child has developed, then they can be released
go public
into the world, and they can be released into their parents' care.
Yes.
So that is what incubation means.
In this instance,
it means also, I think it carries the same meaning, you know, because sometimes we share things prematurely.
It's just metaphoric.
Yeah, sometimes we share things prematurely.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are excited about a business idea that we have, or something that God has said to us or has impressed on our hearts, but it hasn't manifested yet, and then we share that. So for me, I think the difference between me and Lerato, my husband is very sentimental about incubating, you know, and I think also my biggest challenge is, I think, because the girlfriends, you know, so I've got my sister whom I share a lot with, and I've got Skips whom I share a lot with, you know, so sometimes it's very, very difficult to try and incubate, and I think maybe because I also know their hearts for me, I'm not very nervous sometimes about oversharing. And I think, as I don't know if you mentioned it, but for me, the reason I have incubated certain things is it's not out of fear. And baby Shem, you've taught me one thing, that if you are not going to do something because of fear, then your reason is flawed. Your motivation is wrong, and it's flawed. So I always ask myself now, am I not doing something out of fear? You know, so normally when I incubate, it's because God has impressed it on my heart not to share. You know, but obviously because you're my partner, I don't think I've ever incubated anything from you, but you've incubated stuff from me. You know, and you've done so because you know my personality. And sometimes you don't want to share your ideas with naysayers.
I'm so sorry. The way you coughed right now, somebody wrote a comment and said, please can you guys cough into your elbow?
How did I cough?
No, you were fine.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered that. Sorry, I don't want to move you from your train of thought.
Fine,
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think...
Good to stay.
What was I saying?
Askies. So you were saying fear. So it shouldn't be out of a place of fear.
No, I was saying that so my husband sometimes doesn't share his ideas with me prematurely because I love details. You know, I want details. I want to know, okay, so this is the idea.
Who, how, when, where, why.
You know, and sometimes you don't have that information at the time. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And interestingly, that's just how I treat any premature baby. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I need to figure this out. Honestly, I did have that idea that, like, I did have this. I don't know if it. I think it was a wish, but it no longer is one. So
that you could tell me.
Yeah. I wish and we could just be stupidly excited, over nothing. Like we don't have to. We haven't worked out the details or whatever, but it's just exciting, and can it just live in that excited world, and can the energy of it, be amazing, and can it explode, and then we'll kind of figure it out as we go along, right? But that's my personality, so I need that initial euphoria, and then as the dust settles, then I kind of compartmentalize, you know what I mean? But I think the other side of incubating for me, Mahani, is like I really, really, really want to minimize anything getting in the way of what God has purposed.
Yes.
Or for anything to delay what God has purposed. Now, so my wife will tell you one thing. I don't like playing somebody a song and then they've got a lot to say about it, like 30 seconds into the song. I'm like, yo, you haven't listened to it. And for me,
2 seconds, I'm like, yo.
Well, no, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But I mind like you've listened 30 seconds and you're like, I feel like you could do this. And I'm like, bro, you haven't listened to the song.
Yeah.
Now, this is the principle. I think generally people have a propensity to speak things into your premature baby. And because we are many gods, our words have power. And I don't want your negativity or your misalignment or your lack of revelation of what I'm trying to show you to have an effect on my premature baby. Because what you're doing is you're creating an opening when this thing needs to be sealed. And this is the reason why I incubate, because I'm just like, listen, this thing was given to me.
Yes.
God purposed it to me. And I personally, I like how Pearl Tusi moves, for instance.
She moves in silence.
She moves in silence. Next thing, jiggy, bah, what? Like, when did that happen? You know what I mean? Because I do believe in the power of words, and I'm very precious about that. I'm even precious about protecting it from your words, my spouse. I'm like, no, I don't like. I'm that jealous of things.
Sure, that's very interesting because we're very different. So for me, and I think maybe because sometimes I'm indecisive. I'm not nervous about your words stopping what needs to manifest from manifesting. Personally, I don't believe in that. I don't believe yes, I understand witchcraft is alive and whatever, but because of the God that I serve, and now I pray, guys. I pray, so I can't be loyal to me. So for me, I just generally feel like, there's a scripture that I love that speaks about it says, God's word will never return to him void. It will accomplish what it needs to accomplish, right? So I don't believe that God will send out a word and just because you said, something, or you jinxed me, or you put roadblock, it's not gonna manifest. So I don't believe in that. So for me, it's purely from a basis of being indecisive, and I don't want anyone's influence to influence me otherwise. So,
what do you mean by
for
that?
Example, let's say I've got a business idea, right? So you would obviously know about my business ideas, whatever, and also because you're like very supportive, and I feel like when God drops a vision in my heart, He drops it in your spirit as well, because you're able to just run with my vision and. So there's certain people that I wouldn't tell. So for example, my mom hates business. My mom doesn't like business. She just feels like it's risky. She doesn't believe in entrepreneurship. She's like, Peto, just stay in your job, focus, and get your salary at the end of the month. And I'm very entrepreneurial. I love entrepreneurship. So I generally normally only tell my mom about my my what do you call them, ideas or
that she would agree
hassles,
with,
you know, not that she would agree with normally,
or
or
after they've manifested.
you know, because she's one person who would, I don't think her words would stop me, but they would discourage me.
I want to
So
take
for me, I would get discouraged. I
Go ahead.
don't think that her saying, oh, Peto, don't do that, whatever, it's not going to make it from manifesting. But I think that because she's so risk averse, I might think twice about taking that leap of faith.
I think sometimes we as people generally overestimate our ability to not allow people's words to plant a seed of doubt in our hearts. And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. I'm not worried about people cursing my thing. I'm worried about them saying something that could plant an idea in, and then I end up speaking it unaware.
So we're saying the same thing.
So, well, no, not really, because you said that you don't believe in the power of words.
No. So I said I don't believe that people could stop my plans from manifesting because of their words.
Okay, cool. I hear you, but I'm countering that, and I'm saying I think they can, and I think sometimes we are too confident.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we're saying the same thing, babe, because I said for me it's a discouragement. So discouragement is a seed of doubt.
For sure. So when you look at I think it's who was is it Zechariah? Who was John the Baptist's dad?
I think the one that was muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember I shared that with you the other day, and it was like, God was like, homie, I'm gonna give you a son, and this guy was like, God, it's not
going to happen.
And he was like, it's not gonna happen, and he was like, the angel, was like, because of your unbelief, you will be mute. I will mute. I'll put a plug on your mouth so that you don't utter another word until the birth of your child.
Sure.
Come on, like if that is not like the most powerful thing ever, I don't know what is. That for me is exactly what it is. So it's that thing of like, I don't want you to say something that is going to plant a seed of doubt in my heart, and then somewhere down the line, I didn't even see like where it came from, but then true. I say something that was as a result of your fear, and when I say your, I'm talking about whoever I shared it with. Now I was at a Brian, I was discussing this thing, and somebody said, yeah, but whatever, and when God revealed it to me, that wasn't my concern. Your concern is not his concern, and it doesn't have to be my concern. He's already taken care of that. Now, I don't mind perspective.
Gotcha.
Perspective is a good thing, but my thing is you must find me on the highway. You must find me on the way. Then you must come with your perspective like, chief, have you thought about it? And I'm like, oh, nah. Okay, cool. How are we going to? But we're moving.
And I think, babe, I agree with you in that. I think what you're saying is so important. So I'm thinking about. I still maintain my first stance that I don't believe that, because some people believe that people can actually block their blessings.
No, but we've taken care of that.
So I like what you're saying because I feel like sometimes we, as much as we're confident in what God has deposited in our hearts and sort of confidence in our abilities to do 1, 2, and 3, it takes one person to say that you're not good enough. Yeah. To plant that seed of doubt, because a lot of us, I've struggled with the imposter syndrome where I know that I want to do something. I know that God wants me to do something, but I'm questioning whether I'm good enough.
For sure.
Can I do that? And
a lot of us go through
it just takes that one person to say, no. you're not pretty enough for that, you're not smart enough for that, you're not tall enough or short enough or slim enough or to do that or to be that, to plant that seed of doubt. So definitely I think it's important to move in silence, but I also think that you also need to know who your people are.
For sure.
Because I do have, my mom is my prayer partner. I think I share a lot with her because I know her heart for me.
Yeah.
I know that my mom will wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and pray for me.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes knowing who to share things with, it's not such a bad thing, because you could be sharing your idea with your next investor.
For sure.
You could be sharing your plans with your next employer.
Yeah.
Or someone who knows someone in that industry. So we're not saying be secretive.
For sure.
We're saying incubate and know when to share, because I just feel like if you're secretive sometimes, because remember, God places people strategically in our lives, so that He can, bring some of our dreams to fruition.
Yeah, and what I love about the timing of things, right, is you will, when you're in God,
yes,
when to, you know that, okay, this is a safe space, I can trust you, I feel that I need to share this with you. Other times it happens in ways that you would have never imagined. You were having a private conversation and then somebody, shared it with somebody important and you didn't, you know what I mean? So, I think we are talking more on just the basic principle, around incubating, and where we stand on it.
And I think basically
and also just our different takes on it. You know what I mean? Because we do have different approaches when it comes to
And I think because I also respect my husband, and I respect that he's very sentimental about incubating certain things, I will ask him if I can share with certain people. I remember when we found out that we were pregnant with our second, with Ruo. And, normally with pregnancy, they say wait until 3 months, because the first 12 weeks are high risk. A lot of losses happen in that time. I just couldn't hold it in. I was like, I speak to these people every day. How am I not going to speak to Skips? How am I going to speak to Skips and my sister or whoever every day, pretending like I'm not growing something?
But I think that's also got a lot to do with your personality.
Like, guys, spirit,
but hear me out. Yes,
I can't.
But you see, that's so that's the other side.
So don't tell me your secret, guys.
Right,
I can't,
because my wife can't keep.
But I can keep other secrets.
Okay, sorry, that wasn't fair.
Yes.
But it's harder for you.
I can't keep excitement, but I can. I'm not a gossip. So if you're sharing something sensitive with me, I can keep it. But exciting news, it's difficult. It might be difficult if you told me that you got this amazing role and I have to shut up for like a year.
For sure.
I would just say to my sister,
Yeah, you would do that. You would do that.
So I remember,
I on the other hand, so sometimes it would happen that my wife would be like, babe, you'll never believe ABC. And I was like, yeah, I knew. She'd be like, what?
I'd be so
I'd be like,
upset.
yeah, I knew, like, this happened a year ago. She'd be like, what?
I'd be so upset. I'm like, why are you even my best friend? Like,
yeah. No, because again, it's because I'm precious about it. It's because I'm precious about people feeling safe.
Yes.
That, that I can keep their secret.
And I appreciated that about you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that I'm safe with you.
And I think it's also important that, one day when we do go into counseling, that people feel like,
this is a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That Clever scones, you won't be eating tea and scones.
Yeah.
With people's issues.
Yeah, with people's issues.
Yeah.
And I just don't enjoy talking about people generally.
No, definitely, Rato
because-
guys. And I think for me, I don't know if maybe it's because I'm a girl. I don't know if all girls do it, but sometimes,
I get that.
want to say something.
You know what I can appreciate?
A little bit of gossip.
You know what I can appreciate?
Which is wrong, by the way.
Well, no.
I know
I think
that I
think
do
as
it.
friends,
Yeah.
it's cool for a woman to like be like, babe. Like I find it endearing. Like when I see couples like, yo, babe, you'll never guess what, and they're doing that thing. Like I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's just weird.
square. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, yo, like, why are we talking about people? Like, you know what I'm saying? It
No,
doesn't
I
mean
get
that, I can talk about anything else. And I can, I can laugh at things that are completely unrelated to people's sensitive things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
like I laugh at, and I've got a great sense of humor. But now when it comes to like gossip, I don't have time for it.
So I guess the moral of the story is, incubating is very important, but do it for the right reasons. Never out of fear.
Not out of fear.
Not out of batlo go lawyer, batlo go tshwara ka pelo. You will put subtitles. Ne?
Yeah, but because you're pregnant with a promise.
Because you're pregnant with a promise, and and also have if you're blessed enough, to have that one or two people in your corner that will stand with you in prayer, that will agree with you, because the Bible does talk about if two or more
are gathered in my name.
No, is it that one?
Shall agree. Oh, if
about agreement.
Excuse me.
It speaks about the
two or more shall agree on anything in my name, then I shall grant them something.
Babes, I think I don't know.
Wow.
But I also don't remember it.
Yeah.
But it's a it's a very popular Bible verse.
I know somebody's gonna write in the comments.
Please
no,
do.
guys, it's in Habakkuk.
Yes, please do write. Or it's in Amos, or please do write. But I believe in the power of agreement.
Yeah.
It's biblical, it's scriptural, and it is there for a reason.
For sure.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
yes,
that was another exciting installment of Life is But a Dream with the Makhs on incubation. I almost said perspective. Wow. I don't know
then
why.
We'll talk about perspective.
Talk about perspective. Oh, the power of perspective.
Yes.
Actually, that's a good topic. Yeah.
Yes.
Perspective.
Yes.
Please remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to know every time we upload a new installment.
And today we're not going to do any shout outs. And next week we're going to go back to regular programming. We're going to do our comment of the week, because we really love your comments. We appreciate you. We love you so much.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and blessings.
Sorry, babe. Just one more thing.
Yes.
Guys. Peace and blessings.
What did you want to say?
Never mind. Peace
Are
and
you
blessings.
incubating?
It was too real. Thank you so much.
Let
me tell you what happened right now.
Yeah.
I was about to say something, and then I had a tape in my mind. Martha was going to say, we didn't need to say that. You can cut it out. And I do the editing, and it's like, wow. So, cheers. Peace, guys.
Babe, we don't cut out a lot of things. Why are you like this?
My love. Okay, yes, but that would have been something that you would have said.
Tell me.
I should cut out.
Tell me.
Cheers, guys.
Tell me, and then I'll tell you.
Okay,
if you can say
Tell me. Okay, I'm gonna tell her, and it's gonna go. Life is but a dream.
Tell me.
Life